is where the story starts.
Inside of every book,
there's a tiny little world. Come on, let's take a look.
Turn into words.
Come on now.
Let's sing this song
that you've already heard.
We're the Bittles. We're quite little. We have backs and fronts and middles. We love stories. These creations are made with imagination. All right, everybody, let's build a book. Another day in the Biddle Book Building Factory, where Biddles build books best. Let's see what book we're building for you today. Oh, our first story is Hurry Up Franklin, written by Paulette Bourgeois and illustrated by Brenda Clark. Looks like a good book. Let's get started.
Hi, welcome to the Word Room. We're busy building a great story with lots of great words. Words like this one. Hurry. That's an important word in this story.
Oh, it sure is, comma.
But that's not all. Hurry is a fast word. I've got a special surprise for you.
A surprise?
I have some other words that are fast, too.
Well, that's nice, comma, but we really only need...
Come on, Rocco, this will only take a minute. That's the word quick. And that's the word zoom.
Oh, but comma...
And brisk. And speed. And rush. Swift. Race. Bolt. Dash. Run. And lickety-split.
Comma, are you okay?
Well, I think so, Rocco.
Oh, what happened?
It must have been all those fast words. That's what hurry is all about. Going fast.
F letter H for next word, hurry. Hey, what happened to Word Builder?
It blew up.
Blew up?
Oh, what'll I do?
Oh, Grump has an idea.
You do?
Oh, Grump has good idea.
Great. I need all the help I can get.
If Word Builder broken,
Yes?
book building slow down.
Yes?
Grump think,
Yes?
come a better hurry.
Looks like comma has a problem with the words, Rocco.
What about you, Lolly?
No problems here, as usual. Comma might mess up the words with all his hurrying, but there's no hurrying here in the paint room.
I heard that. That's not true. Everything's fine here. You just tell that smarty pants, Lolly, that everything is under control.
All right. I can't wait to see what happens. Stand by. Let's turn the page. Hurry up, Franklin.
Franklin could slide down a riverbank all by himself. He could count forwards and backwards. He could zip zippers and button buttons. He could even sleep alone in his small dark shell. But Franklin was slow, even for a turtle. "Hurry up, Franklin," pleaded his mother. "Hurry up, Franklin," begged his father. "Hurry up, Franklin," shouted his friends. "I'll be there in a minute," said Franklin. But there was always so much to see and so much to do. Franklin was never there in just a minute.
I see things in the word room are under control. Having a little trouble, comma? Would you like some help? I can spare some time since everything is fine with the pictures.
What are you doing here anyway?
I just thought you could use a little help, that's all.
Well, you were wrong. Everything's just fine. Thank you very much.
Right.
Shouldn't you be painting pictures over there? Way over there?
I have all the time in the world.
Well, I don't. In case you haven't noticed, there's a story underway, and the words have to be ready. You might have all the time in the world, but I have to hurry.
You wouldn't have to hurry if you planned ahead, like me. I wonder what Rocco's doing.
One day, Franklin was very excited. He was going to Bear's house. It was a special day, a very special day. "Hurry up," said Franklin's mother. "You can't be late." It wasn't far to Bear's house, just along the path, over the bridge, and across the berry patch. Franklin meant to hurry, except he saw something unusual. He wandered off the path and found Rabbit bobbing up and down in the tall green grass. "What are you doing?" Franklin asked Rabbit. "Playing leapfrog," said Rabbit. "Do you want to play with me?" "I'm on my way to Bear's house," said Franklin, "and I can't be late." "There's lots of time," said Rabbit, forgetting that Franklin was slow, even for a turtle. "It's just along the path, over the bridge, and across the berry patch. Come and play with me." Franklin knew it wasn't far, and so he said yes. Rabbit leaped over Franklin again and again. But after a while, Rabbit said, "It's time to go. Hurry up, Franklin, or you'll be late." Then Rabbit bounded along the path on his way to Bear's house. "I'll be there in a minute," said Franklin.
Lolly? What are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Rocco. Have you ever looked at a rock before?
A rock?
Just look how it sparkles. I was just walking along and there it was.
Lolly? What are you doing? I don't know if you've noticed, looking at your rock and all, but we've got a book to build. There's pictures to paint and words to build. The story's underway.
Hold that. Relax, Rocco. Everything's under control.
Well, but if we run out of pictures, then we're gonna...
Look, Rocco. With Koma hurrying to build the words, there's lots of time to stop and smell the roses.
What? Roses? Well, but there are no roses in the book mine. No roses! Who's gonna paint the pictures? I'll be there in a minute, said Franklin.
And he meant to be there in just a minute, except he heard an odd sound. Franklin wandered even farther off the path until he found Otter sliding up and down the riverbank. "What are you doing?" Franklin asked Otter. "Slipping and sliding," answered Otter. "Do you want to play with me?" "I'm on my way to Bear's house," said Franklin, "and I can't be late." "There's lots of time," said Otter, forgetting that Franklin was slow, even for a turtle. "It's just along the path, over the bridge, and across the berry patch. Come and play with me." Franklin knew it wasn't far, and so he said yes. Franklin slid down the riverbank and splashed and blew bubbles until Otter said, "It's time to go. Hurry up, Franklin, or you'll be late." Then Otter swam away with a flick of her tail on her way to Bear's house. "I'll be there in a minute," said Franklin.
Seems awfully quiet around here. I'd better check on Lolly. See if she's painting or smelling the roses. Lolly! Lolly! Oh, Grump! Grump, have you seen, what's going on? Grump! Whoa, Grump! Are you all right? Yeah, slow down.
Oh, Grump have no time for slow down. Grump have to hurry.
Hold on, hurry. Why? What's wrong?
Well, the pictures.
What about the pictures?
Well, Lolly disappear, and story keep going, and pictures keep going, and Grump keep going.
Okay, wait. Relax. Take a deep breath.
Oh.
Are you telling me that there's a problem with the pictures?
Well, look, picture's not ready.
I thought this might happen. Smelling the roses. Well, how many pictures are ready to go?
Well, Grump not know.
Oh, what am I going to do? I've got to find Lolly. Who knows how long the pictures will last?
It was very quiet. Franklin was alone and far from the path. Rabbit had gone. Otter had gone. Franklin had a frightening thought. Maybe he was already too late. Franklin walked as fast as his turtle legs could walk. He hurried through the fields and along the path. He was almost at the bridge when he heard a rustle in the grass and saw a patch of reddish fur. It was Fox, hiding in the brush. "Do you want to play with me?" asked Fox. "I have to hurry," said Franklin. "I'm on my way to Bear's house." "It's not very far," said Fox. "Just over the bridge and across the berry patch. Come and play hide and seek." Franklin hesitated. Hide and seek was his favorite game. "Ready or not?" asked Fox. Franklin shouted, "Ready!"
Oh, hey, what's that? Oh, hi, Rocco. What you doing down there?
I'm trying to find Lolly.
Oh, well, she's not down there.
I know she's not. Bah, I don't have time for this. I've got to find Lolly and in a hurry. Oh, the pictures are about to run out. And hey, what happened here? Everything looks like it's back to normal.
Oh, it is, Rocco. The word room is back in working order, and everything is better than ever.
But I thought you had to hurry.
Hurry? Turns out that if you plan things and keep your mind on it, things get done. Imagine that.
Imagine.
Say, Rocco, didn't you say something about Lolly?
Ah!
And the pictures?
Ah! Oh my gosh, the pictures.
Gee, I wonder why he's in such a hurry. He should slow down and enjoy the story. Or maybe have a game of hide and seek, like Franklin.
"Ready or not?" asked Fox. Franklin shouted, "Ready!" And he was just about to step off the path when he remembered it was a very special day and he couldn't be late. "I can't play," said Franklin. "I have to hurry." Franklin rushed along the path and over the bridge. He was in such a hurry that he almost stepped on Snail. "Where are you going in such a hurry?" asked Snail, who was even slower than Franklin. "I'm on my way to Bear's house," said Franklin. "I have to hurry. I can't be late. Being late would ruin everything."
Oh, there you are. Lolly, while you've been off smelling the roses, who's been looking after the pictures?
Oh, well, I guess I thought that, well, maybe.
Oh, well, I guess maybe you thought that nobody, that's who. Oh, the pictures are about to run out.
Hey, what's going on? The words are getting all backed up.
Backed up? But I thought you'd never have them ready in time.
Who, me? Nah, Grump and I got them all worked out. The word room is running as smooth as silk.
That's fine for the words, but what about the pictures? Who's looking after the pictures? Rocco, why didn't you say something? Oh.
Where's she going in such a hurry? You really should say something to her, Rocco. She should plan ahead.
Snail began to cry. "What's wrong?" asked Franklin. "I'll never get to Bear's house on time," sobbed Snail. "It's not very far," said Franklin, "just across the berry patch." It seemed very far to Snail, and he sobbed even harder. "Don't worry," said Franklin bravely. But even Franklin was worried. It was farther than he thought. It was a very big berry patch. He wished he hadn't played with Rabbit. He wished he hadn't played with Otter. He wished he hadn't wasted so much time talking to Fox. Then he remembered it was Bear's special day. There was no time to cry. He had to hurry.
Hey, what happened? What's going on? There's supposed to be a picture here. This isn't a picture. It's a big... nothing. This is no good at all. I've got to see what's going on. Where is she? What a mess! What happened here? Lolly!
Oh my, oh dear, oh my. Ah! Oh, hi, Kama. What are you doing here?
What am I doing? What are you doing? We're writing the best part of the story, and there are no more pictures.
Huh?
What happened to the pictures?
Pictures ran out.
Ran out?
Yeah.
Ran out.
Ran out? Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do without the pictures? Grump, we've gotta have pictures for our story. You can't have pictures in a...
Time to hurry again?
What did you say?
Comma, what are you doing there? Where's Lolly? What happened to the pictures?
Don't worry, Rocco. Everything is, under control.
Under control? How can you say that? I'm right in the middle of the story, and Franklin is late, and Snail is crying, and Bear's
Rocco.
birthday party is fading.
Rocco. Okay, here's the plan. Grump, you round up the other Grumps and get ready.
Right.
Lolly, you pick up these plans and make sure everybody has a job to do.
Got it.
And Rocco, you read.
Oh, but God,
Read, Rocco. Everything will be fine. We have a plan.
plan. What good is a plan? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Ah.
Read, Rocco. Everything's going to be fine.
Come along, Snail, said Franklin, helping Snail slide onto his back. Please hurry, whispered Snail. But Franklin needed no urging. He moved surely and steadily. He hurried past the blackberries. He hurried past the gooseberries. He even hurried past the raspberries. And he was almost at Bear's front gate when he remembered something important. He stopped right there at the edge of the berry patch and started picking handfuls of the ripest, plumpest, juiciest blueberries in the berry patch. We don't have time to pick berries, said Snail. You know we can't be late. Franklin whispered into Snail's right ear, and soon Snail was helping too. They picked until the bush was clean. Hurry up, said Snail. Please hurry up, Franklin. He hurried up Bear's path, through the front door, across the kitchen, and into Bear's living room. Rabbit was there. Otter was there. Fox was there. Everyone was there. Franklin and Snail had made it just in time to shout, "Surprise! Have a happy birthday, Bear!" And he did.
There he is! The Biddle with the plan! I had a great idea, comma. You really helped me out. Thanks.
Oh, it was nothing.
No! I don't know what would have happened to the story without your help. Or yours, Grump.
I do. There wouldn't have been a story at all. No pictures anyway.
I know, Rocco. I learned my lesson. Boy, did I. But look around. The paint room is back to normal. Everything is coming along.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, everything looks better than normal. Oh, what's that?
That's Elliot Moose. It's a picture for the next story.
The next story? But we just finished the last story. How'd you get so far ahead?
It's the plan, Rocco. The words are all ready to go, too. We're just waiting for you.
Waiting for me? But I thought that... I was the one who... You both?
Gee, Rocco, sounds like you need a plan.
A plan? But...
Come on, Rocco. Lolly's right. Do we have to do everything around here?
But...
Comma's right, Rocco.
But...
The story's starting without you. Poor Rocco. He's always in such a hurry.
He really should have a plan.
Our next story, which is all ready to go, is, Elliot's Emergency, written and illustrated by Andrea Beck. Whew. Let's see what happens. Elliot's Emergency.
Elliot Moose woke up and leapt out of bed. What a glorious morning! He pulled on his shirt and grabbed his bag. Today was a special day, and he was ready. Elliot was going exploring with his best friend Socks. They planned to travel far into the big house and be away overnight. Elliot ran to get his sleeping bag. As he scooped it up, his leg brushed the woodwork, and he felt a sharp tug. He was caught on something. Elliot gave his leg a shake. Then he tried pulling, but nothing happened. Socks would be waiting. He had to go. Finally, he yanked with all his might and came free. But as he flew backward, he heard a terrible ripping sound. Elliot looked down in horror. "Socks!" he shrieked.
Look at that! That is one scary-looking moose. What a great picture! And there are more great pictures, too. Keep watching.
Socks raced over. She gasped. Elliot's fuzzy leg was open. "Are you okay?" she asked. "No," whimpered Elliot. Socks peered at the hole. "Let's see if you can walk," she suggested. Elliot bravely tried a few steps. He didn't feel any different. A bit drafty, perhaps. But when he looked down, he could see his stuffing. What if it all came out? For a moment, he imagined himself as just an empty shell of fur. Frantically, Elliot rummaged through his things. "Thank goodness," he said, holding up a shiny pin. "Now everything will be fine." Socks gently put the pin in place.
Did you hear that? Socks thinks that everything will be fine. Well, I don't know. That safety pin might help Elliot, but I think they could use a better plan. Let's listen.
But when she was done, there was still a little hole at each end of the tear. Elliot tried walking again. Then he noticed a long thread dangling from his leg, and one of the little holes was getting bigger. "Socks!" he cried. "I'm coming undone! Get help!" Socks scrambled upstairs. "Emergency!" she yelled. "Elliot's coming apart!" Lionel was the first one down. He took a look and smiled. "Nothing to worry about," he said. "We'll fix you up in no time. I've been saving this tape. It'll do the trick." He began to wrap it around Elliot's leg. Elliot sighed with relief. But the tape was old, and the ends came unstuck. Even worse, it took out some of Elliot's precious stuffing. "Oh dear," fretted Lionel. "That wasn't very useful." "No," said Elliot softly. "Wait for us. We know what to do in emergencies," called Paisley Bear and Amy as they tumbled down the stairs. They quickly examined Elliot's leg. "You need bandaging," they decided. "That's the answer." But their small roll of gauze wrapped only one hole. The other hole was getting bigger. "Sorry, Elliot," said Paisley. "I thought we had more." "Thanks anyway," said Elliot sadly. Our turn, cried Snowy and Puff. "We know what to do. We'll glue Elliot's leg." But when they'd finished, the hole slowly opened up again. Gobs of sticky glue were everywhere. Elliot fought back tears. "It seemed like a good idea," he told the cubs. "Thanks for trying." "Hang on, Elliot!" Angel stepped forward. "I have just what you need." She held up a large clip. "This will hold your leg together until the glue dries," she said. She closed up the hole and attached the clip. "You'll be okay now." Everyone cheered. Everyone except Elliot. The hole was fixed, but he could barely move his leg. He couldn't imagine ever having fun again.
Poor old Elliot. Do you think Elliot will ever have fun again? It sure doesn't seem like it. Keep listening.
Elliot desperately wanted to cry. He longed to be alone. Socks could see that something was still wrong. "Elliot needs to rest now," she announced. She pulled out her favorite blanket. The others tiptoed away. As she tucked him in, Socks noticed the thread still dangling from Elliot's messy leg. She murmured. She gave him a pat, then crept softly to the kitchen. At last, Elliot could cry. With each peek at his leg, he sobbed harder, until finally he wore himself out. Elliot was just drifting off to sleep when he heard something. He looked up. Socks was back, with Beaverton. "Let's see," said Beaverton kindly. He inspected the damaged leg. Then he picked up the thread. "Gracious," he chuckled. "Thank goodness Socks came to get me." "Hop on my tail," said Beaverton. "I'll give you a lift to my spot. We'll take that stuff off." "Won't I come apart?" asked Elliot. Don't worry, I know how to fix things, Beaverton said proudly.
Yay! Did you see that? It looks like Beaverton is going to help Elliot out. Can you guess what he's going to do? Keep watching.
In the kitchen, Beaverton dug through his cupboard and found a needle and thread. He undid the clip and sponged off the glue. He removed the bandage, the tape, and the pin. Then Beaverton carefully sewed Elliot's leg back together. And he showed Elliot how to sew too. For next time, he said.
Finally! That's what I like to hear.
What's that, Rocco?
Well, Beaverton finally came up with a plan. Next time Elliot has an emergency, he'll know what to do. Isn't that great?
It sure is. If you have a plan and you stick with it, how could it not be happy?
Well, I won't waste any time then. Let's see now, where were we? Ah, yes! The happy ending.
Elliot jumped up with relief and ran circles around Socks. He even did cartwheels. He checked his perfect leg again and again. Then he stopped and gave Beaverton a big hug. "Thank you," he said. "You're welcome," said Beaverton. Elliot turned to Socks, but before he could thank her, she grabbed his arm. "Come on, Elliot," she cheered. "Let's show the others." That night, Elliot snuggled deep under his covers. He gave his leg one last little pat and sighed contentedly. Elliot smiled. Tomorrow, he and Socks would go exploring.
Well, it's quitting time. All in all, another great day here in the Biddle Book Fest.
Thanks for coming.
See you next time. Bye, Rocco.
Bye.
Bye! You're still here? It's time to go. The book's all finished. See you next time. But never forget,
Bittles Bill Book Fest. Bye.
We're the Biddles. We're quite little. We have backs and fronts and middles. We love stories. These creations are made with imagination. Bye-bye.